Hi, welcome to Self Discovery Support. These readings and messages focus on encouraging mutual understanding in our relationships as well as learning about ourselves. I offer this perspective through tarot oracle cards, life experiences, and self education. I consider tarot a storytelling device where the story becomes your mirror. So please check the description box for more resources and info to help you on your journey. Please show your support with a thumbs up and subscribe to join our growing collective of enlightened seekers. Most High, please guide this reading for the highest good of the collective, and please return all negative energy back to sender. Okay, so we're going to start today. We have a collective reading, and we're using the Shaman Durek Alchemy Essentials deck and the Change Tarot. Okay, so there is a message. This is a card, right? This is a card. Sun, wind, sky, wind, sun. It's a really positive message, but I'm feeling like the people that resonate with this message today, there is something more. There could be something a little bit deeper, and even some kind of issue that you might be dealing with now in your life, right? So this is a card for people who have a unique gift in this world, right? You have a purpose, and you go about this from the good place in your heart, right? The love and the loving place in your heart. And this card has a message of saying your essence is a service to the world. Your spirit overflows with joy, happiness, love, and wisdom. And it's saying, do not hoard these energies for yourself, right? So I saw this card and I was reading the message. And initially, I was thinking that, this belongs to people who, if you have some kind of special gift, right, you could have a very unique gift that maybe you only know about, or maybe you have shared it with a group of people. It could be, some of you could be intuitives, empathetic people. Some of you could be highly sensitive people, creatives. This sun energy is normally a kind of creative energy. You bring light, right, to the world. You bring light to people. It could feel like you have somehow come across some people in your life that have made you feel like you shouldn't share that, have made you feel strange for sharing your gifts, or have even made you feel ostracized for doing that. And I just want you to know that this is your special gift, right? So it's saying that this is your energy is like a spark that activates inspiration and positivity in other people. It's really important that you hold on to that. All right, so we're gonna go more into this message and look a little bit more specifically at your story. All right, and see what comes. Okay, all right. What is going on here? For those that resonate with this reading, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. I feel I'm gonna do like let's do 10 cards maybe. Yeah, okay. The Sun, right? Okay. That's the same energy as the card. And the Emperor. All right. Initially, what I'm seeing is you could be somebody that you enjoy working with people, right? You enjoy collaborating, and some of you were in this kind of open minded, open hearted space. I want to collaborate, I want to work with people. You're very giving, right? It's like I give what I have. I have skills, I will contribute that. And for some of you, this could have been in particular to do with a relationship or connection that you were in. You were willing to contribute what you knew. You wanted to work on something with somebody. You felt like that would be almost like a blessing, it felt like, because I'm feeling like you saw great potential in this situation. For some of you, this is a connection in particular because the Emperor is here. You could have found somebody that you feel like this is a person that I think is worth investing in. This could be somebody that's like a counterpart. This could be somebody that, I feel I could stand up beside. And that made you feel really happy, right? And so you were happy to share your gifts. Sky Wind Sun talks about like how you bring it to others, right? So in you knowing that, you were happy to bring and share that light with this person. So let's go a little bit deeper. For some of you also, this could be work as well, because there's something here about like working together. I don't know if this is tied up, work and relationship, but let's see. Page of Pentacles, Eight of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Okay, what is this one? Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, we're getting a lot of reverse cards. Four of Pentacles, which is kind of rare in my readings. And we end on this Three of Swords. So yeah, it was where I thought this was going initially, right? You were in this situation that you felt like, I am going to cooperate here. I'm going to give the love, the energy, the skills I have to this person, this potential union, this potential coupling or connection. And you just felt like things were going to be great, right? Because how could it not? You felt like you'd found your person here. You felt like you'd found either the situation that you wanted to be in. Could be workplace as well, right? You thought you'd found the right team even. But when we look at this, it's feeling like, I think you gave almost like without any restriction. Like you had no kind of holding back in a way. And that really points to the type of person you are. That is a rarity, right? People who are unguarded in their heart like that. Then we have the Queen of Wands with the King of Wands. So it feels like you could have met somebody here that, and this is rare when you have the two looking at each other, you felt really magnetized to this person, right? Ten of Wands in reverse. Now, here's the thing. The thing you didn't know, I'm going to say that you're the Queen of Wands here, right? You are directly across from this person. You felt like there's a big kind of attraction, inspiration coming from each other. You want to create things together, and you are alike. You see yourself in the other person. Here is somebody that maybe had some issues, right? This King of Wands has some issues that maybe they weren't presenting in that way. So it's kind of like, I'm showing you something that's maybe not the way I feel. I'm showing you maybe just pure like confidence, pure being the boss of my own world. But I actually have, because the Ten of Wands in reverse is this kind of heavy energy. It's even double down, like it's more burdens than you know. And it feels like this person that you're connected to just didn't really hold on to this connection, really. It's almost like I let it go. Almost like it's flippant, right? It's a kind of flippant energy, like I can't hold on to it actually, because this person here is so burdened with their own things. All right, and there is something here that could have broken your heart here, because I think you went full-heartedly into this connection, or into, if this is a job for you, you guys just dove right in, and it feels like you didn't realize, well, maybe this was a lesson here, or learning situation where you didn't realize that this person, I'm not going to say that they showed you two faces deliberately, but it's almost like you were looking more at maybe the aura of this person, the energy between you, and not necessarily seeing the depths of their heaviness. Now, maybe they didn't show that to you either. So how would you have known, right? I want to just look at what that Ten of Wands is for this person. King of Cups, okay. Okay, this is somebody that has had issues in terms of opening up. So almost like your direct opposite. This person does not want to engage in any kind of heart-based situation, any kind of loving or emotional feelings. It's not something that they want to experience. But they do show up as a King of Cups, which means that they have the potential, right? It's inside this person could be very sensitive, could be almost like a softie, could be very emotional, but something's happened. It feels like to this person with this Ten of Wands in reverse. They're saying like, I don't want the burdens of anything to do with like love, the messiness of that. I'm seeing the Five of Wands here. This person could feel like this type of situation, any connection that starts to feel more like feelings rather than maybe attraction or intensity, is too much, right? It's a struggle here for them, and it's a real like internal battle, it feels like. Okay, so we're seeing the perspective of it. It looks like the person you were connecting to, I want to see, okay, what you felt. Okay, you felt quite happy to be opening up to this person. There could also be something about meeting as friends, but then that changing. Okay, yeah, it feels like you two, there's something about like friendship gatherings, like you two could have been in some kind of social group, but things changed and it feel like there was a big resistance here. Now there's 5 people in this card. I don't know if there are other people involved that helped change the situation for you here. All right, tell me more about this. Okay, you felt like this situation could have become toxic. This it feels like a friend group, a social group, even just connecting to this person, if we take it as that, could have felt kind of very heavy. Also, it feels like this person could have been, or you felt like this person could have been involved in some kind of social behavior also that was not healthy, was kind of, it kept them bound in a certain place. And I can see that, right? Because this is our King of Wands here does not want to engage their heart, does not want to stick around for any emotions to develop. This is also somebody that is avoiding burdens because it feels like somebody that's been through some kind of trauma or something. And you stumbled into this friend group, which, okay, you met them, and it feels like the whole situation, I'm thinking, because we see that Five of Wands here as well, there are other people. It feels like at least there's like another person that this King of Wands is tied into this group, and it's almost like it's not the healthiest kind of behavior. Maybe this group encourages this person's behavior. Okay, so that's kind of what you felt. Connecting to this person became something that you found it difficult to navigate. How so? you feel like it wasn't like a calm experience. You feel like it was unfair in many ways, justice here. You felt like this is something that maybe this person maybe kept you waiting, right? Temperance is about patience. This person may have prioritized this Three of Cups, devil energy type of social situation. And I'm just seeing how she's like looking over at the king here with his burdens and his refusal to access any kind of emotional issue. While she is looking at potentially seeing this person as her other half, right? So it almost feels like you two had the attraction, you two had the chemistry, but you were not in the same place. If you're this Queen of Wands, what you were interested in, like the partnering, you and me type of thing. This person was not that interested in that. They were interested in the Three of Cups devil energy, which is indulging myself with more than two. So could be three, and we saw five here, could be up to that number. It's a situation that it keeps them stuck in a certain place. All right. What else do I need to know about this? Okay, what's happened to this person, this King of Wands, since then? The High Priestess. Okay, you two could have been like very quiet with each other. This person could be thinking about a new start with you. Could be thinking about, okay, what about, or maybe even intuitively, yeah, trying to think about what if I did try to make that offer of a gesture of openness to my person here. The Ten of Cups, this person's in the energy now of like, okay, me and you. So it's almost like they're seeing the vision a little bit late. Five of Cups. Yeah, okay. So they're in regret, right? Because it's almost like that's what this is. You know, when you see this card come up, it's really not directly the devil. It's like things that keep us stuck, behaviors, addictions, social groups, friends, that type of thing, family issues. This person was totally absorbed by that and didn't have time to see your vision of the Two of Cups. But it feels like now they are seeing that. Now, if we go back to our base card, Sky, Wind, Sun, it's talking about you bringing light to others. So I'm wondering if you in some way showed this person something, right? Because I do see, if we strip away these cards, when this person thinks about you, we have the Sun and the King of Wands. This person does see, like, they look at you and they think, you brighten my day, you make me smile, type of thing. You make me feel positive. And you're looking at them as though, like, yeah, you're somebody I could be with as well. But it's almost like they took a bit longer to see that vision, it feels like. And so it feels like in the end, you two, somebody was a little bit maybe stubborn or controlling. I want to do what I want to do, or this is how it's gonna go, and I'm not gonna hold on to this. So it feels like, I don't know if it's the King of Wands or maybe you as the Queen of Wands that said, okay, I'm not going to hold on to this. So it feels like both of you made some kind of executive decision. I'm not going to hold on to this. All right, so that's from the King of Wands, what this person wants to do. By the way, that energy has Leo for the Sun, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for the King of Wands. Aries again for the Emperor. And for you, you could have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart as well. They could also be Cancer in your chart as well. Yeah, okay. This person is King of Wands, could also have Cancer in their chart, or Pisces and or Pisces. All right. So, what do you think? What have you been thinking about this person since then? The moon, okay, you're a little bit like weary or confused. Knight of Wands, I think there's still an attraction there. King of Swords, okay, with the Empress. Okay, so it feels like you have elevated from the Queen of Wands to the Empress, like a lot more value for yourself. You were before you were matching their energy, right? But now it's almost like I value myself so highly. But it's interesting that we have the Emperor here, and we have the Empress, and we have the Queen and King of Wands. So you two in each stage provide a match for each other. We do see a King of Swords here. I'm wondering who this is or what this is. In this time that you two have, since this situation happened, it feels like you've kind of been through a lot. You've almost like you've delved deep to figure out what's going on here. Maybe a little bit of confusion, but you've really been like trying to go within. There's things that I know that you wanted to address. It feels like you have also been moving ahead in your life, right? So even though we said that this could be you feeling still attracted to this person, but it's like you have been moving ahead in your life even while processing what happened here. And King of Swords, it's like I'm making these cold decisions, I'm making hard decisions, what and strategy for my life. And I think those are the moves that have kind of leveled you up, right? Six of Swords. You have moved forward. And I think it's because you're in this Empress energy. Know that the reading starts with this, like you have something major to offer people. You have the light, right? That makes people feel better. So it feels like you're moving on to something really big. Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity, potentially happiness with somebody else, or just your own happiness. Five of Cups, processing your emotions, but it feels like that leads you to something much bigger and happier. For some of you, you could also have been thinking about this person as I almost like you're really trying to look within, like what are the things I did not see here with this situation? Like you're using this as a learning, like a lesson, right, for yourself. And you could be saying like this person shows up passionately, but also is very mental, mind based in their thought based, in their presence, in the way that they show up. So it's all like fire and air, which is either the mind or the passion, right? There's not a lot here about the heart or the emotions, and I think that's something you're realizing about your King of Wands here. Okay, so that was the reading for you guys. This felt like a very specific reading. As usual, the readings do feel that way, especially when you start off with a card. It will feel specific. But we're gonna draw the charms now to see who could be here. This could be you or your person, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Okay. We have Gemini. We have Cancer. We have Pisces. We have Sagittarius. We have Aries. We have Libra. We have Taurus. Okay, so those could be the signs. Oh, okay, there's two here I didn't see. There's Capricorn and Virgo here, right? So those could be the signs of you or your person, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. If you like this, please do subscribe, give a thumbs up, and I'd love to see you in another reading here on the channel. All right, take care. All the best.